Hey, I have some exciting news. This is something that I've never talked about, even though you might could say I should have addressed the elephant in the room a long time ago. I'm sorry, Peggy. Didn't mean to scare you. Hey, what? You two. What is going on with you two? Hey folks, Lester here. Today we're taking Newton along with all of the littles on a little excursion. We are still trying to find a way to get him to involve himself more with the little babies because as of right now, he is wreaking havoc on the, on my feed room, in our cat food, our dog food. He's flipping over the water for the dog water. He's trying to lay in the cat water, and he needs, seriously, I love this little guy, you know that I do, but he needs to become a little. He needs to be in a pasture with Pig Trudy and friends, and I'm just trying to find a way to help him adjust to living the lifestyle of a little. Our first stop is going to be here at this light pole in the middle of our big pasture. Let me turn my side-by-side off. Oh, Newton's falling. Now you guys can see that this pasture, the grass here in this pasture has gotten quite a bit taller since the last time we were out and about. We had this pasture fertilized and we've gotten quite a bit of rainfall on it. I think the reason I come over here, I think that goats are going to really enjoy this berry bush. I don't know what you actually call this thing, but we call them berry bushes. Jamie loves these. She comes out and she picks these blackberries and she'll eat them right off the vine. I know a lot of folks make pies and do other things with them, but nope, Jamie can't wait that long. It goes right from the vine to her mouth. Yeah, last time we came out here, it's been at least a month or so, and this grass was not near as tall. Now, we're excited about this, folks, because this is actually our hay crop. There's a lot of things in this that we're not really excited about, but this over here is Bahia grass. This is what we want to have a lot of. This here makes the best hay, the hay that our animals love the most. And so even though there may be a whole lot of other kinds of grasses growing now, what we're looking for, and if you look across, you can see a lot of those Bahia, the tops, the Bahia seed. And so once that seed drops, man, that grass is going to shoot up. And I would say in the next couple of weeks, we'll be having this thing baled. And it looks very thick. I think we're going to get a really nice hay crop. This year. Everyone's enjoying this grass. There is one thing I'm a little concerned about, though. Yeah. Cornholio has never joined us on this kind of adventure, and I don't know why he thinks today he'll come along. So just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and keep us close to the driveway here. Everyone's going to find plenty to eat. We don't have to go too far this time. It's not like the last trip where I took them all the way across to the little thicket over there. Oh, look at Newton. He can barely find his way. Can you see that little black blob moving this way? Come on, Newt. Poor buddy. He's like, Daddy. No, but he's actually eating. He's eating the grass, and that's what we want. A lot of folks don't realize how pigs eat grass. Oh my goodness. Even Peggy Pigs come out to join us. How cute is this? I like giving them treats every once in a while like this. I can't take them out every day, obviously. Getting them out of the pasture is easy. I just call, they come running. Getting them back in is not so easy. But oh my goodness, they love these little outings. I just hope to keep them over on this side and not get down closer to the driveway. Well, that's what I wanted to see right there, is Newt getting out and knowing that he can be one of them, and they're not so bad. He just doesn't like to be in that pasture. I mean, I made a video, it was at least 2 weeks ago, where I said, meet our newest little. Uh-oh. Annie has spotted Newton. No, she don't care. And I let Newton in the pasture with all the littles. And guys, even though they were fairly accepting of him for the most part, he just did not want any part of it. He wanted to be back out. He wanted to run around with Journey and hang out with the baby goats and hang out on the porch with me and Mom, me and Jamie. That's the lifestyle that he's come to love. And so I know it's going to be the same way it was with Trudy, is that we're going to have to make this adjustment. We're going to kind of, I guess, show a little tough love, as they call it, and force it to happen, because he just doesn't want any part of it for now. In case you're wondering why I didn't bring Journey along, it was for no particular reason. Just I knew it was going to be harder to watch her and Newton at the same time. Oh no, what's going on with these two? Huck! Lenny! These guys are over there struggling to find foliage to eat when we're over here in the pasture and everyone's filling their bellies, and these guys have no idea. Come on, Huck! Come on, buddy! Huck! Come on, Lenny! Huck! You know what? That might be best if he doesn't go, because he's still limping on that leg pretty good. And so I should go ahead and just leave Huck alone and maybe bring something back to him. You can see Lenny, though, rearing up on that. There's a tree that is blown over in our storm yesterday. Not a big tree, but a small shrub. And Lenny is enjoying the leaves off of it. Poor Huck. You know what? I shouldn't have called him. I should have just let him continue what he was doing, because he's not going to be able to get along too good. He's still hobbling. Huck! Buddy! I'm sorry. Yeah, everyone else is enjoying their time out, though. Even Cornholio is not sure what he's doing. He's not sure what he's doing yet. But it's nice to get out of the pasture. No, Newt, we're not going back in there. We're still foraging. We're still grazing. I'm going to go ahead and open this other gate. I let everyone out a different gate. We're not going back in, Trudy. I'm letting Huck out. Guys, come on, everybody. We're not going back in now. We're not going back in now. Come on, Huck. I'm opening this gate for Huck if he wants to come out and play. Come on, Huck. So let's walk back over towards the side-by-side. Hey, I have some exciting news. This is something that I've never talked about, even though you might could say I should have addressed the elephant in the room a long time ago. I don't mean any disrespect by this, but this guy here is moving. And guys, I couldn't be happier. Now, I guess that sounds pretty mean, but I'm not going to go into all the details. I don't think he follows the page, but I will tell you what he has done. My Uncle Raleigh and Aunt Joanne, out of the kindness of their heart, offered to allow this guy to bring his camper, because he had a really tough situation happen in his life and he needed help. And so Uncle Raleigh and Aunt Joanne allowed him to bring his little camper here, to sit here and live until he got back on his feet. Guys, the thing is, that was over 3 years ago. And he's never, quote unquote, gotten back on his feet. And man, this is going to sound horrible. I really should not even say this. My instinct inside says, Lester, just stop, just let it go. But I also know that you guys have noticed this in a lot of our videos, and we take so much pride, guys. We do. We take so much pride in keeping our property clean and everything straightened up and nice, and, you know, trash picked up. But not everyone's like that. But us Morrows are. There's not a house that you can visit on this Morrow Hill that is not just, the lawns are always landscaped, and we keep our, I don't want to say our trash, but we keep our trash picked up. What I mean by that is we keep our things cleaned up. But there are other folks who don't do that, and they allow things to clutter. And some folks allow things to clutter right out in the open, and they have little regards to other folks who live there, and the eyesore that their clutter forces other people to look at every single day. And so no matter how hard we strive to keep our property clean and beautiful and groomed and you know, just to represent us, this guy here has never done that. Instead, just the opposite. He has always just allowed clutter to gather in his yard. And anyway, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I'll just get off that subject. But yeah, he is moving, and we couldn't be happier. We'll finally be able to reclaim that part of the pasture, and whatever he doesn't take with him, I will get all gathered up and sent to the recycle, if it can be recycled, or metals. There's all kinds of stuff just laying around, just stuff laying around that needs to be cleaned up and moved out. And so he's in the process of moving now. And hey, it has not been easy to get him to leave. Guys, I don't mean this, man, I'm making this into a negative video. You guys are saying, Lester, just show us the animals. Just talk about the animals. Okay, I will say one last thing. Okay, this really is the last thing. It's been so bad at times that we have actually, y'all may have noticed this, we've actually had to take old hay, rolls of hay, and stack them along that back fence over there, so that when we make a video, that right there does not stand out and create just a huge eyesore for anyone who's watching the video, because it reflects poorly, folks. And that's what some kids don't understand in this day and age. You know, your parents who are like me and complain about your kids, how dirty and how, you know, disrespectful they are to their elders and their teachers and everything else, and we blame this generation. And a lot of folks don't realize that it was the generation that raised this generation, which would be us, you know, who needs to have our butts kicked because we allowed things to happen and for our kids to grow up this way. Man, yeah, I was going to get off that topic, wasn't I? All right, back to the animals. Continue to talk about the animals. Look at Peggy Pig has come out, and Trudy, they're sitting there nibbling on the bottom of that pine tree. You got to be careful, though, because actually, believe it or not, an animal, a pine tree can die if you, I'm sorry, Peggy, didn't mean to scare you. Hey, what? You two. What is going on with you two? Okay, guys, I'm not going to interject. I'm going to allow these two to do whatever they're doing, because it's obvious they have to show themselves, find themselves on that pecking order, as we call it. And that is a true thing in nature, folks. I mean, this is not the first time you've seen a video of animals going at it. Now, I'm right here to step in case someone gets hurt or someone's in danger of being hurt. Okay, so there. So right now, I cannot believe you just proved your dominance over him. But guys, she had to do that. She had to do that because whatever was going on, there's been some kind of rift between these two. And he thought that he would just show her that he's going to be tougher and he's going to have more right to things than what she does. And little Pebbles says, no, brother, you're messing with the wrong guy. What are y'all doing? Why are you all coming over here? Okay, so no, animals do that, guys. They take turns. They go back and forth, and they will sometimes headbutt, you know, make things kind of simple. And sometimes they'll go all out and just clash the way you saw with Pebbles and Newton right there. I think this is cute. I love seeing the goats when they, you know, get up on their hind legs and just reach for things. Not all goats can do that. Now, Brady, he can actually stand without leaning. These goats over here are able to stand as long as they have that tree to lean on. But Brady can stand straight up. And he has and he's always been able to do that. Brady has always been able to just stand straight up and walk on his hind legs and reach things that other goats can't reach. Is this ridiculous right here? Is this just ridiculous? This girl, is that the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen? Yeah. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say, except that whenever she has those babies, this probably needs to be a lot of them, because there's a lot of things inside that belly. Now I want to show you something just as ridiculous, and it's right over here. Let me get around the side of her. Guys, baby, that's pitiful. Who's calling us? Lenny, it's about time. You've all been saying, where's Lenny? Here he comes. Come on, Leonard. Come on, Lenny. I'm so proud of Huck. Mr. Huck, on his own, has says, you know what? I'm just not ready for that yet, Dad. Even though it looks good, I'm just not quite ready for that kind of an adventure yet. And even our little geese and ducks have made their way out. They're, you may have saw this in Jamie's video. It was really neat the way Mother Goose and Gray Goose took them under their wing and began to show them around the property. And now, on their own, they walk out. And they're not ready to swim yet, even though they've gotten in the little pool and they play in the water. They're not quite ready for a real swim. And so they have nibbled around the edge of the water. They've done a few things, but as far as getting into the water and taking long swims like the other ducks and geese do, they haven't done that yet. And they may not for a while. All right, well, I think that we've accomplished what we come out to do. This video could probably go on for a lot longer, but nope, I know you enjoy watching the animals play and eat and do what they do. I know they really enjoy getting out of the house a little bit, and I say getting out of the house, getting out of the yard. Cornholio has not left my side. I'm gonna go ahead and slowly just kind of keep making way. I'll make my way back to the side-by-side, and then I'll make a couple of circles, and then hopefully they'll start coming back towards me. And on their own, they'll make their way back into the pastures. And then Trudy has just knocked over the church's soccer goal. And if I'm not careful, she'll get herself all caught up in that. Hey, there's Aunt Joanne. Hey, you're on a video. How you doing, Joe? Let me stop my video. I just had a nice chit chat with Joanne. You know, she and Uncle Raleigh have done so much for me. All right, well, I guess everyone's saying, you know what, Dad? Let's go ahead and go back in. We are ready to go back home. Everyone's had enough to eat. I think their bellies are full. Do you guys want to walk into the pasture? I think the grass is too high for them. I don't think that they really enjoy getting over there into the high grass. But that was a nice little outing. And now, you know what I just realized? I haven't seen Newton in a little while. I don't know where he went. I don't know where Newton's went. I don't know where Newton ran off to. Has anyone seen Newton? Has anyone? Guys, I think Newton. I don't know where Newton went. Has anyone seen Newton? Still looking for Newton. I think Newton took off on us, which is hilarious. Guess what, guys? I found Newton. Stop it. Why these two? I don't understand. Why? Leave her alone. No. Oh, Pebbles, leave him alone. Is it just, why is it these two? Yeah. I just went and found Newton. And I bring him back out. And as soon as I do, him and Pebbles go at it again. Okay. Newton's like, I'm done with this. I am done with this. And Pebbles is like, good riddance. Good riddance. Sorry, Pebbles.